What's up? Yeah. So here we are, another day without food. Only thing I took in today was 4 cloves. I carry them, not in no fancy anything. I just buy them at the store, and they look like little nails. If you haven't done that, that's a good daily habit. I usually pop in like 3. I put 1 underneath my tongue, 2 on the sides, and I just wait till they dissolve. I play with the one in the tongue and just kind of mushing it up and get it soft, and then I break 1 down and eat it and chew it. And then a little while later, once like the sensation is gone of that one, then I'll do another one and then another one. And it's been a really good habit for keeping the health of the mouth in top great shape, meaning keeping the balance of the bacteria. Remember, that's our first defense line, our mouth. So we're exposed to everything, especially if we are mouth breathers and we have our mouth open all the time. We go to the restroom with our mouth open. Well, all the particles that are flying, that's going in. And your bacteria in the mouth will be based on your environment. So whatever you're exposed to, the workers will show up and they will basically change phases from one organism to another. They just change phases. And so that helps the clove. So I highly recommend that. I've been doing that for some time. And I actually had one of the cap fillings that I had when I was a kid. They put the mercury fillings, when I was young, and then they finally took them out when I was older. So there's a lot of stuff in my body, so one of the caps fell off, and I started trying a couple of different things, and I ended up cracking that cap, and so I left the open spot. And so I started doing that, and I didn't go to the dentist. I didn't want to do the root canal. That's what everybody's recommended, is the root canal. So I was in pain and swollen for a couple of days, and it got worse, and then I just started doing the fast, and it pretty much helped. The distilled water, I did a little bit of looping, and that pretty much kind of just cycled through, and then it cleaned out or balanced out the infection that was going on. And of course the infection is there, they're doing their job. It's a stage, a phase in their existence, in their job. So they are there to help and regulate and rebalance everything. So the cloves are awesome. I haven't had pain in a while, and I haven't had any swelling or anything like that. So I trust that it's healing. Plus, jumping on the fast, that's the most powerful thing you can do. It doesn't matter what kind of pain you're feeling, what kind of discomfort, what kind of unbalanced. There's no such thing as diseases. It's just a body that's unbalanced. And a lot of people that are going through health issues, for the most part, they weren't born with it. So that means it came from the lifestyle, of whatever we're exposed to. And in the same way, it can be reversed, because our body is regenerative, and it will regenerate itself if we allow it, and if we believe it, because the body responds to what we think. No food today, and that's what I took in, is just that. I went to get more water because I was out of water, and the Sprouts still didn't have any water. So I went over to Stater Brothers. And now I haven't done like a whole lot of research on the distilled water, but it seems to me, based on the bottle, that it's just a private label, and so they label it for these stores. You can get it over at Ralph's also. Stater Brothers and Sprouts is usually where I go. Sprout or Ralph's, I don't really go in there. There's really nothing that I need from there, other than Hot Wheels when we go look for Hot Wheels, and then water, and then Stater Brothers, pretty much the same thing, just water, and they stock, you know, large bulk, so it's nice to have it. Sometimes they do sell out, especially the local one that I go to, because I talk to everybody about distilled water when they see me, you know, carrying it out, and then I show them before and after pictures, and they're just like, whoa. So and then the Sprouts is usually where I go get most of my food, or anything that I need to buy from there. The meat, I for the most part order from Regenerative Farm, which is local. He ships 2 times a week. And if I find any other places that have, you know, good solid fatty protein, that is Regenerative Farm. And then of course Sprouts for the raw milk. So when I do eat, and then I'm gonna share some of the stuff that I make, the stuff that I eat, and you will see of course, in real time what's happening. So yeah, I think it's day 10 since I started this, and I went to, like I said, I went to Sprouts also to get these guys. So these are dried figs. Again, everything needs to have a balance. So you can look up the ingredients, or just dried figs and the benefits of it. I don't know if you guys use ChatGPT or anybody else, any other app for that, but you can look it up or just do the research yourself and just check it out. And then of course my trainers, and then I also picked up some beets. So when I ate yesterday, I stayed in ketosis, so I'm still burning fat, and I'm also cleaning. And so yesterday 3 p.m. I ate, I believe it's like 8 o'clock now. So I'm all well into cell repair right now, and so I don't want to eat that beet, even though it will be beneficial. I want to be able to sleep okay and not have to deal with getting up and going to the restroom, because it is going to increase the flow in the body. Raw beets are excellent. There's a lot of benefits, and you can take it any way. You can, you know, juice it, you can whatever. But I find it that eating it raw satisfies the need of the crunch. And crunch is crunch, whether it's a crispy apple or, you know, I like to eat pickles, and pickles are excellent. Oh my gosh. If you can make your own, even better, because there's less ingredients and you know what's in it. Cucumbers, I love cucumbers, right? And then, so that crunch is necessary. It's part of our biology. It's needed. Crunch means that you are entraining your mouth, your gums, by way of crushing with your teeth. So you're putting your teeth through a process, and that triggers blood flow, saliva flow, and everything else. So you're stimulating the mouth with a request. And that crunch also could go the other direction and to the chips and all that, because yeah, if the chip is crunchy, I can go on. You know, anything that's edible that's crunchy, I enjoy that. And for the most part, I think my culture is triggered by that. Now, each sensation is tied to an emotion. So if you look why we crave crunchy things, why we crave salty things, why we crave spicy things, you know, sweets and so on, everything's tied to an emotion. And you can look at that emotion and then look at the posture of the body and see what that ERP is, right? That emotional resting posture, and then you tie it all together and be like, oh, okay. Then you know how to navigate with that person that you are observing or yourself. So the crunchiness of that is what I want from the beet, and then that helps. And then the benefits of it, just like I said, do some research. Just try to get a non-bias search app, information app that you want to use. There's a few, or just do your research and really dig deep on the benefits of it. But the more important part is just try it out. If you can get started on the fast and you only bring in that one ingredient after you've cleaned your system, let's say like the next day, or do 24-hour fast, I recommend to go a little longer, but just keep the body flowing and clean, and you'll see that you don't need any energy. You don't need anything external. But when you get to that point, then you can bring in, like, say, a beet, and then measure it and see how you feel for the rest. So basically, continue your fast, but eat one beet and continue your fast, and just go, and then you can feel your body, what it's going through, what you're feeling, and document that, and then you'll see the benefits of it. So you don't have to do the research. If you want to really nerd out on all the electrical properties, it's very high in mineral because it's a root, right? But we don't want to do over roots either. I've learned that the hard way. Don't do that. So I can share that story in another time. But long story short, the beets are very helpful for a lot of different things, and especially the trace minerals. And that's it. Like one beet a day, maybe 2 beets a day, small. These are kind of small. And then I probably in the future, as of maintenance, I would probably do a juice maybe in the morning when I wake up, and sometime during the day, as just regular maintenance. But we'll see when we get there. But I did buy these. I bought 4, and I wanted to have them handy in case I do want to break fast for whatever reason, whether it's an emotional response at work or something stressing me out, or whatever. It's always, we want to go to the food. We want to get that dopamine and get high off the food. So I'm going to have these around just in case, because tomorrow is Friday, and Fridays can get pretty hectic. And so I'll have them ready to go in case I do need to have that need for that crunch. I know what the crunch brings me and what happens in my body. And when I'm mad, I want to crunch. I want to just right? I want to fight hard and just like, I wish you would. You know what I mean? So that's what that's for me. The crunch is that. And there's a lot of that in there still, and it can jump out like that real quick. A lot of people don't see it coming, and those that have, well, they know not to do it again. And but yeah, so that's it. We can continue the fast, and I will promise to make videos on some of the topics. I got some messages after I posted the video last night from you guys, and I will answer some of that. Oh yeah, you guys did ask about the Blue Shield hat. So the Blue Shield hat is basically, just think of a tinfoil hat, and that helps with the microwaves from the Bluetooth and everything else. I want to make sure that my brain stays mushy and moist, because I need to use it. So I need to make sure that the electrical flow is good, the oxygen flow, the blood flow, the fat is reaching up there, and not cooking the brain. So yeah, that's what that is. It's Blue Shield. It's a company. They make a couple other devices that you can plug into your car. I recommend it to a couple of friends who have Teslas. Well, that's just radiation all the time, and everything's on, and the car's hooked up, to the system. So you're constantly getting communication waves that are going through your body, and that's unnatural energy. So that's inorganic. So it's not organic. And so grounding helps with that too. But yeah, so there's that. And then I can nerd out on the grounding too. So I'll make more videos about these topics. I'll try to commit to at least one video a week, and I can post it. the kids had mentioned calling it, Sunday school, and want me to just do it on a Sunday morning, just post it. So I'll try to make the video throughout the week and just put it all together, so I have a little bit more time, and just, prepare everything and then just go ahead and record it. Maybe I'll just do it live and then save the recording. We'll see how it goes. But that's it, man. Just remember, jump in. You fall off, get back on. Just get back on. Whatever you eat, whatever you drink, doesn't matter. Drinking is the easiest thing to deal with if you're consistent on the water, distilled water. Just stay consistent on this, and you will see the change in the body, and in real time. You don't need a specialist. You don't need a health coach. You don't need a guru. You don't need any of that. So you just need a brofessor. You just need a brofessor, bro. And guess what? I'm here. I feel like I owe a lot of you guys this information, because you've been so good to me my entire life, and I love you and I appreciate you with all of my heart. And this is coming from me, from deep. I mean, I nerded out for years and years. No social time, no nothing, just straight into the books, and my family can vouch for that. So yeah, I'm a well-learned man. So just be ready for this information, and this transformation that you're gonna see in real time. So just take something from it and put it to use, bro. And let's live long and healthy. Yeah. All right, bro. Stretch your breath.